Everyone thinks Orange County money lives on the water. Newport, Laguna, the coast, and to be fair, a lot of it does. But some of the biggest money in this county lives inland, behind gates, on half-acre lots you will not find within 10 miles of the sand. I'm Rick Lee with Real Broker, and my team and I have helped over 130 families buy in these areas. And today, I'm showing you the 6 areas where the real money is actually buying in Orange County right now. 3 on the coast, where all the headlines are, 3 inland, where the headlines are not. And the last one on my list is the smallest city in the entire county, a place most people who live here have never set foot in, which is exactly why it's so interesting. So keep this split in your head the whole way through. And by the end of this video, I'm going to tell you which one I think has the most room left to run. And it's not the one every magazine wants to write about. But before I show you these areas, you need to understand the engine behind them, because these prices are not happening by accident. The top of the Orange County market is on a run that almost no other luxury market in the world is matching. While the high-end places like New York and Dubai pulled back, Orange County kept selling homes above 10 million at a pace close to its all-time record. And at the very top, this is not really a mortgage market. It is a cash market. Around half of the homes here between 2 million and 5 million are bought with cash. Above 5 million, it gets closer to 2 out of every 3. When someone is paying cash, interest rates do not scare them. Rates go up, rates go down, and they keep moving. This is why this part of the market keeps breathing, why everything else holds its breath. So where is all this money coming from? It's not one source. Orange County quietly runs on some of the strongest companies in the country. Edward Life Science is headquartered right here in Irvine. Andrew is headquartered in Costa Mesa. Western Digital was founded in Newport Beach, and Broadcom still has a major campus in Irvine. Add in finance, business owners, tech money, medical money, and a huge wave of wealth passing from one generation to the next. And you get a very deep pool of buyers who can write very large checks. And that wealth is concentrated in a way that is almost hard to believe. No other city in America has 3 separate zip codes sitting in the national top 10 most expensive at the same time. Newport Beach has 3. The Balboa Peninsula, Newport Coast, and Balboa Island are all inside the same city, and all of them are sitting near the top of the country. Now mix all of that with cash with one thing Orange County cannot create more of: land near water. You cannot build another coastline. So when limited land meets unlimited money, prices do not behave like a normal market. That is the engine. Now let me show you exactly where it's pointed. The first neighborhood on this list is the one everyone pictures when they think of Orange County money. The boats, the harbor, the ocean views, and the kind of streets where the landscaping alone looks more expensive than most people's cars. I'm talking about Newport. It is built around the largest recreational harbor on the West Coast, with 22 miles of coastline and more than 50 square miles of beaches, bays, bluffs, and islands. The whole city is organized around the water. You have boats, docks, the little ferry, bayfront walking paths, the surf at the Wedge, and a few minutes away, Fashion Island, which basically works like the town square for the wealthy side of the county. But Newport Beach is not one market. It is a dozen markets stacked on top of each other, and the price difference between them can be massive. On the islands like Balboa Island, Lido Island, and Harbor Island, you're paying for frontage, privacy, and a place to park your boat. Some harborfront homes trade between $15 million and $30 million. Balboa Island itself feels like a tiny village, with tight cottages, a walkable main street, the old ferry, and the famous frozen bananas. But do not let the charm fool you. Even small homes sell well into the millions. Then there's Corona del Mar, with the walkable village on the bluffs with flower streets where you can get a coastal small town feel and custom homes that run a few million and up. And then up on the hill in Newport Coast, which is the true top of the county, this is where you can find guard-gated communities like Pelican Hill, Pelican Crest, and Crystal Cove, with big custom estates, the Pelican Hill Resort, and ocean views that do not need sales pitches. Homes up there run from around 4 million to north of 25 million, and the top pockets sit comfortably in double-digit millions. The architecture is all over the place in the best way. You have old harborfront Victorians, brand new glass boxes, Spanish and Mediterranean estates, and tiny island cottages that have been there for 100 years. But Newport is where you feel the split in this market more than anywhere else. Homes under about 2.5 million can move fast, often at or above asking. But once you climb into the multi-million-dollar trophy range, the buyer pool gets smaller, richer, and pickier. Those homes can sit for around 2 months or more because the person buying them usually does not have to rush. So if you're buying at the top, you have more room to negotiate than people think. And if you're selling, price it wrong and Newport will humble you. The other thing that nobody mentions is the salt air. It is brutal on these homes, so the upkeep is real and will cost you. Real quick, if this is useful so far, this is the whole point of this channel. I put out breakdowns like this every week. So subscribe if you want honest versions of this market. If you want to talk about your next move, all of my contact information is on screen and in the description below. Now back at it. Next stop down the coast is Laguna Beach. This is a small town of around 20,000 people, wrapped in hills, open space, and over 20 separate coves carved into the coastline. It's been an artist colony for more than 100 years, and it still feels that way everywhere. You see it in the Festival of the Arts, the Pageant of the Masters, the galleries in North Laguna, and the whole creative, slightly bohemian energy of the town. Down by Main Beach, you get the most walkable stretch with flat blocks of shops, restaurants, galleries, and sand all packed into one place. The homes match the land. You have cottages stuck into the hillside, dramatic modern homes hanging on the bluffs, and big custom estates sitting right over the water. The median home sells around $3 million, and prices have jumped more than 20% in the last year. At the very top, you have the guarded enclaves, Emerald Bay as its own private beach, and homes there can run from around $4 million to nearly $7 million and beyond. Irvine Cove and Three Arch Bay are gated oceanfronts and filled with trophy estates that almost never come up for sale. So when one does, people pay attention. But parking downtown can be a headache, and summer traffic can turn a simple dinner plan into a patience test. The land is steep, so what looks like a short walk on a map can become a climb up a hill or a staircase down to the beach. A lot of Laguna sits in areas with some level of long-term wildfire risk, and parts of the hills have history of land movement. That does not mean Laguna is a bad place to buy. It means you do not buy the land first and ask questions later. You check the lot, fire history, slope, and the reports. Because in Laguna, the view is the dream, but the land underneath is the homework. Keep heading south and you hit Dana Point. This is the coastal one I want you to pay real attention to because it's changing right now. For years, Dana Point was the quieter neighbor. Newport had the money, Laguna had the art. Dana Point had the harbor, the cliffs, and more breathing room. But the old version is disappearing. A $60 million harbor rebuild is happening right now with a new marina, new shops, new restaurants, 2 new hotels, and a walkable promenade that will eventually connect Doheny State Beach to Baby Beach. The project is racing to be finished before the 2028 Olympics come to Los Angeles. Dana Point is not hosting an Olympic event, but the surfing competition is less than 10 miles south at Trestles, and the harbor is being rebuilt to catch that attention. When that much money goes into the center of a beach town, the neighborhoods around it usually fill it. Dana Point is really a few markets in one city. In the Lantern District, condos and townhomes near the harbor can sell around $2 million. Near Monarch Beach, by the big 5-star hotels, homes run from a couple million into the high teens. Then you have the Strand at Headlands and Monarch Bay, where gated oceanfront homes can cost $15 million and record sales have reached the $20 million and $30 million range. The interesting part is that the citywide median sits a little under $2 million, which makes Dana Point the relative value play among the big 3 coastal names. You get beach town living for less than Newport or Laguna with a $500 million upgrade going on around you. Plus the marina, whale watching, and the boat to Catalina right at your doorstep. But there are trade-offs. During the rebuild, you have construction, noise, shifting parking, and a waterfront that will not feel finished for a while. Some newer homes also carry an extra tax bond on top of normal property taxes, so check that before you buy. And if you're buying bluffront, get the geology and stability reports because you are not just buying an ocean view, you're buying on the edge of a cliff. All right, that is the coast. Now we're leaving the postcard version of Orange County and going inland where the headlines are quieter, but the money is not. The first inland name is Shady Canyon inside Irvine, which on its own is one of the most successful planned cities in America. Irvine runs on medical device money, tech money, defense money, finance jobs, a major university, and some of the highest rated schools in the state. The whole city is basically a wealth machine, and Shady Canyon is the crown sitting on top of it. This is a guard-gated community of about 400 custom estates wrapped around a private Tom Fazio and backed up against a 16,000-acre nature preserve. You get privacy and open space. But you're still minutes from the airport, the freeways, and the schools that make Irvine so valuable. The homes are large custom Tuscan and Mediterranean estates on big lots. The kind of place where the listing tells you which architect designed it. The typical estates in Shady Canyon trades around $10 million, and the biggest homes go well past that. But that is not the coastal fantasy. It's not walkable, and it is not a beach lifestyle. You're buying privacy, security, golf, space, gates, and HOA rules. If that is what you want, almost nothing in Orange County does it better. If you want nightlife, energy, and waves outside your window, this is not your neighborhood. Next is Coto de Caza, tucked in the foothills of South Orange County. This place covers more than 5,000 acres. It is double gated and sits against the Saddleback foothills and Trabuco Canyon. It started as a hunting lodge and equestrian center, and that identity is still everywhere. You have 2 championship golf courses, a golf and racket club, tennis, and more than 40 miles of private trails for hiking, biking, and horseback riding. Horses are part of the identity here. In a way, they are almost nowhere else in Orange County. The homes are mostly Spanish style with tile roofs, stucco, hillside lots, privacy, and views. Entry starts around $2 million, and typical estates run in the low $3 millions, and the bigger custom homes can climb past $15 million. Prices have cooled slightly over the last year, which may be more of an opening than a warning for a patient buyer. But Coto is an island and very car dependent. You're driving to most shopping, dining, and beach days. You also have 2 layers of association dues on top of your taxes. And wildfire is a real thing to plan around in those dry foothills. The payoff is space, privacy, gates, trails, and a country estate lifestyle you cannot touch near the coast for the same money. And that brings me to the last one, the one I told you almost nobody outside Orange County has heard of. That city is Villa Park. It is the smallest city in Orange County with around 6,000 people in just 2 square miles, sitting north of the city of Orange. Locals call it the hidden jewel, and for once, that nickname is earned. Decades ago, residents voted to keep the lots big, with most of the city required to stay on half-acre lots or larger. So in the middle of dense Orange County, you get winding roads, half-acre and larger estates, and even horse trails running through it. There are no apartments or condos, and mostly no HOAs. It used to be citrus groves, and it still feels like it has room to breathe. Old ranch homes are being torn down and rebuilt into large custom estates. But the big lots and the quiet are still the point. Villa Park is also the most reasonable name on this list. The typical home value sits around $2 million, and estate sales pushing into the mid $2 millions and up. For a half-acre custom estate in the middle of Orange County, this is a completely different world from what the same money buys you on the coast. The trade-offs are simple. There are limited sidewalks and streetlights, so this is not really walkable. There is exactly 1 small shopping center in the city, so you're driving for most things. And people tend to stay for decades. Very little comes up for sale. If you want Villa Park, you can't casually browse it. You have to be patient, ready, and willing to move when the right house appears. So which of these 6 has the most room left on it? The coast will always be the coast. Newport, Laguna, and the trophy streets of Dana Point are not going to get cheaper over the long run because nobody can make more coastline. But if you're asking me where the upside is hiding right now, I am watching 2 places. The first is Dana Point, because that $600 million harbor rebuild is going to change the center of the city over the next few years. When a beach town gets that kind of investment, the neighborhoods around it usually do not stay the same. The second is Villa Park, because half-acre estates in the middle of Orange County, with that little supply and that little turnover, are almost as scarce as anything on the water, but for a fraction of the price. Scarcity is scarcity, whether it comes with an ocean view or not. Now, if you want to keep pulling this thread, I made a whole video on the secret neighborhoods of Orange County. If today was useful, that one is your next watch. It is right here. And if you're seriously thinking about buying or selling in any of these areas in the next few months or the next couple years, and you want a straight conversation instead of a sales pitch, my phone number and email are on screen and the description below. Go ahead and call or text anytime. I'm Rick Lee with Real Broker, and I'll see you on the next one.